In this video, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, where it's been and where it might go to. Now, before we begin, of course, this is an exclusive VIP video that I'm doing for the VIP members, just kind of give a heads up on what I think Bitcoin might go or where it might go. In addition to that, once I release it to the VIP members, I will release it to the YouTube members. And then if I remember, I will put it on YouTube. So wherever this is at, definitely smash the like, leave a comment. Let's get started. There we go. So we're looking at Bitcoin on this is on the daily time frame. And let's put this to a weekly. We want to kind of just zoom out. Now, I already have all this labeled already. That way it saves a lot of time. We have some from the previous bull run, which is 2021, and then the one prior to that, which was in 2017. And I have all these labeled. In order to save time for this video, just know that I use the magnet tool. I also use the rate tool. I use the rate tool, and of course, all these are located over here. And I went from the candle wick to the candle wick, also the candle body to the candle body to get these levels, candle wick to candle wick, candle body to candle body to get these levels. Then I also used, let's go ahead and take that off. Then I went ahead and used this wick to this wick, also this wick to this wick, and then this wick to this wick to get all these lines. And then there's going to be some more too. So basically what I'm doing is I'm doing trend lines, and these trend lines, you will be amazed with where they end up lining up at. We can see here, this ended up being this kind of like support zone area that we did eventually break under. Then we have this level that we were kind of dancing with. And then I also have this level right here from, and let's go to the daily time frame. You can see that I snapped it here and here, and it went right to this level. So let's go to the daily time frame now. And of course, the watermarks are right here. Before, it used to be really easy to see up here, but you can't see it anyway. Definitely guys, smash the like if you haven't already. So now I'm looking at what has already happened, you know, as far as all the support, resistance. Right now, we're at a very key level. This is one of our trend lines we have from the previous cycle. And right now, we're slightly above it. And when I say it, I mean the support level. Let's go ahead and go and unhide this one. This is our daily. So we did this several months ago, you know, all these levels. We did all these several months ago. And this is our zone that we had. We also drew a tighter zone. This is actually a fair value gap from this wick to this wick, candle 1 to candle 3. Created this gap right here. And then inside this, I'm thinking that if we do, you know, break levels, and again, none of this has happened yet. We did this way back over here in December, January. And we're saying that if it does come down into this box, more than likely, this will be our pivot point. That was our choice and thought process when we were way over here, December, January. Now, there's a pretty good chance we may break through it just because it's not looking strong. It's looking very weak. We have our highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and potentially a lower high. So this is the area that we're really concentrating on. We do have other levels. So this is just something that if we did break this and then this zone or this level, that more than likely we're going to come and take this. And sure enough, we did. One thing I do want to point out is look at this box. This is the top of our fair value gap, and it came right to it and then right to it again, missing it ever so slightly. However, look at this level from here to here, again, using the magnet tool so it snaps in place. There's no bias as far as me trying to move it, make it adjust to where I want it to go. This is where it is. It snaps in place, and then I just go and I find confluence. We can see that right now that this is holding up. This is a very strong level. So this is extremely important. And I'm showing you where I'm getting these from. That way you can rechart this. Then let's go ahead and look at, okay, we did that one. This right here on the daily time frame, this gives us more levels. Of course, always have the magnet tool on. Never do any of these levels without magnets, whether it's a support resistance or a trend line. Always have your magnet tool on so there's no bias. So using the ray tool over here, which is right over here, and also using the magnet tool, make sure that's always on. You want to make sure that you get the top or the wick to this wick, and you can see that this is where it snapped to. Then I use this wick to, not that wick because we already got that one, to this wick to create this zone right here. Now, if we look at it, price went up and it was resistant on this level, very strong. We did break out, but then we came back in, and I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like this is extremely important. I'm going to be doing a series. Now, this series, I was thinking about charging for, because this is literally going to make huge, well, in my opinion, this is literally huge when it comes to learning how to trade. It's going to be the Ultimate Beginner's Guide series. It's a 9-part series to show you how to do all this stuff. Now, of course, all this stuff I do have in my VIP group. And of course, in my VIP group, I show you how to trade. I have a bunch of videos that are 3, 4, 5 minutes long. They're very short videos. And these videos, they're very detailed in reference to what we're looking for. If you want to join the group, here it is. Of course, reach out to me, trade_intuition. This is on Telegram. And we go over all this stuff. Now, if you're not in the group, hopefully you're a YouTube member. And with the YouTube members, they do get some of the videos I make for YouTube. The higher tier you go, the more you get. If you're not in the YouTube memberships, well then, ask me questions, guys. Please ask me questions. I'm begging you, ask me questions on the live chat or the live streams, because there I give you all this information. Now, granted, I have so much value information in the VIP. I strongly recommend everybody get in there and do it now. While this is just kind of boring right now, kind of just sideways, do it now. Stop messing around. Do it now. Right now, you have the time. When everything's going crazy, either up or down, I mean, we're entering longs and shorts, and, we don't win all of them, but the ones that we do win, they play off. They play out. All right. So looking at the daily, we can see all these levels are being very respected. And again, these are key levels. Now let's go over here to this. This is what I want to show. This, to me, these are our main levels that we're looking at right now. Why is this? And so always ask questions. Why did I label this right here and not something over here or somewhere else? Well, the reason is here on a smaller time frame, it's a little bit easier to see. But to save time, this is our uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows. Now, granted, this is not the macro or the bigger picture uptrend. This is, I call this the micro trend or the noise. This is internal structure. External structure are the bigger picture. High, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, possible lower high. But inside of this, this high and this low and this other high, we have all of this internal structure that's creating the in-between points. So with that being said, this was an uptrend, a micro uptrend, or what I call the noise. And this was the level that we did not want to break. It came up here, and sure enough, it broke it. And let's go ahead and go to the 4-hour time frame. Just want to see something really quick. Okay, very good. So, and again, all these are zones. So on the lower time frame, 4-hour, this is what I would really like for it not to break. Did I lock it? Here it is locked. Unlock it. So on the 4-hour, you can see that a little bit better. And this was on the daily, but now it's on the 4-hour. And I want to show this because we have up, down, higher highs, higher lows. And then the job of this low is to break this high. and it did. So because of that, now this low is strong. So once we broke this trend line, and what I'm going to do is use the ray tool, magnet tool, snap it from here to here. Once we broke this trend line, the uptrend is not over, because what we do is we actually trade using market structure. I just don't use all the big words. Here it broke down, and it's fine as long as it does not break this. Once it breaks this, this is now saying we're in a potential where it is transitioning into a downtrend. Then it got rejected, looked really good, rejected again, and then it just blasted through. But it did not close on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go and adjust this one too. On the 4-hour time frame, we're here. Now you may ask, why am I adjusting it? I just had it on the daily. Well, on the daily, candle body closes were here, and the wicks were here. On a lower time frame, you'll see that these are actually candle bodies, so the closes. So on the 4-hour time frame, this is the level that we wanted to break to gain momentum of the possible uptrend. When we broke this, now we're thinking downtrend. So this level is extremely strong because it changed the potential outcome of the market. Before, uptrend, very nice. Broke this level, very key level. So now what we're doing is we're actually balancing on it. We have a high, slightly higher high, and we have a lot of selling pressure and some buying pressure. Now, put all this together, what does this tell us? This tells us that right now we need to break this level in order for us to start potentially being bullish. But then we have this zone that's right here. So just expect, if we do come up, we may go in this zone, sideways action, until we either break up and become bullish or continue the bearish sentiment, which again, lower highs, lower lows on the macro. Now, what I'm looking at is I'm actually looking at this potentially rolling over. We have a low. We don't want to break this low. We have a lower low. So now we don't want to break this low. And we do have this trend line. And look at this, guys. I can't make it up. Like this is like getting respected. Now it doesn't get respected all the time, but for the most part, I mean, it's spot on. So again, key levels. Now what I'm thinking might happen, what I'd love to do is I love getting the fib retracement tool. And if you had this on a higher time frame, let's say on the daily, you would see that this is the level we would use. So let's go ahead and do that. Daily, we go from, and it snaps in place. So it's snapping in place here. We're going all the way up to our wick. And this is the level we would use. Now, if we use a 4-hour time frame, well, then now what we might want to do, this is the, excuse me, this is the larger picture. Let's go ahead and get this a little bit closer. This is the larger picture from here, this move to this move. And I would like to see a retracement to at least the 382 for this bigger move to be strong. If we go to the 0.5, even better. 618, I start getting kind of nervous in the golden pocket just because it could roll over. And if it does roll over, same thing, you know, more than likely we'll be attacking this. If you haven't already, guys, definitely smash the like and put a number 14 in the chat. Put a number 14 in the chat. Let me know. I want to know who's watching. I really do. I want to know who's really watching this stuff, who really wants to see how this stuff works. Now, in addition to this, what we could do is a smaller move, which would be from this to this. And this is this extension leg. So here we kind of have a larger picture or macro, and here's a smaller one. So when we use the smaller one, is this incorrect? No, not really. Well, not at all, in my opinion. It's just giving you a tighter levels. So here, if we pull back to the 382, this is right in line with our level, a very strong level that we don't want it to break. I do think we will break it. Then we have our 0.5 and 618. And this right here is our zone. You see this? This is, since the price is up here, there's so many different names for this, but some people will call this a demand zone. You can call it whatever you want. I just call it a zone to where price came up, it stopped, came down, and it stopped, and then finally it rolled over, but it could have gone up or down, doesn't really matter. But this is telling me that there's strength here. So what I'm looking for is a potential bounce, even though I don't like this zone. I'm looking for a potential bounce here. This is our last resort, in my opinion. This is our last ounce of hope if we do come down, and I think we will. I think we'll come down, do a lower low than this, possibly to our trend line, come up about 50% of this. Well, it's almost 50%, but not really. But to come up to about here. So from here to here, I would guess that would be roughly 50, just under 50. Then come down into our golden pocket. Now here is our decision point. Are we going to break up or break down? So for our decision point, I like doing this yellow dot, which will be right there. So are we going to do something like this, to where we're trying to attack this level, or are we going to come down? And again, the market is not looking great. We're having flip-flopping the whole time. You know, it comes down, everybody starts shorting, it comes back up, everybody starts longing, it comes back down, everybody starts shorting again, it comes back up, liquidating everybody short and long. Coming up here, gets rejected, starts coming down, everybody starts shorting, you know, coming to the golden pocket, which it went perfect in there, and then possibly come down, and then it reversed again, and then now it's dancing, creating a potential lower high right now. So we do actually have 2 pivot points, but I don't think this one's going to go up though, because it came down, up, down. This was our pivot point. And the job of this pivot point right here is to break this and then attack this. So let me zoom in so we can all see this. Price came down, up, down, decision point. Now it's make it or break it. Are we going to come up here to break this level and now attack this level? Or are we going to give up and roll over? Right now it's looking like it wants to roll over. And in my opinion, it will. I could be wrong, but in my opinion, it will. And it'll attack this, break through it, come down here. This is what I'm thinking. And then when it comes to here, now is it going to continue rolling over to get this and then this, or come up? And this all depends, you know, on market. Maybe there's news, but if there's not, I think it's going to come down. Now, there's some other things I did want to show you. We're almost done with this video, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who's here. If you're not following me, definitely follow me. I do a lot of live streams. So for the live streams, I do that Monday through Friday. I do that Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been changing my times a whole bunch, but right now this is what I'm doing. Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do a lot of bonus streams. Sometimes I do them midnight, sometimes 2 in the morning, sometimes 9 in the evening. It just varies. So make sure the notification bell is on. That way you can make sure to tune in for those additional streams. Now, one thing that I do want to show is I want to show this. So I'm going to go ahead and put these are different things. Let's go on the weekly. This is a bonus right now. There's a bonus. Now I'm going to leave the majority of these on. Let's see here. Can I hide this one? Nope. So I want to hide these. That way it's not so much. Well, no, I guess I'll leave them on. Because what I want to do is I want to show you this information. Now, I got this, and I did this several months ago. Let's go to this, and that way we can kind of just see it. I got this several months ago when we were way over here, back in January. You know, we were doing this. And this move is from the previous cycle. So it's from this part right here. So if I get this, and I clone this, I can get this, and pretty much show you, I got it from right here. So this is what I was thinking at this time. that we may come down to this area, possibly come up to this main area. And right now we're on the weekly, where we may come up to this main area, come down, bounce beautifully off of this, come up, try to get support here, break through it. And then now we did a slightly higher high, right around 102 or 112. And in addition to that, it goes right to our trend lines that we did from the very first season. Comes right to it. So now we have to take into account the market caps are different. We have to take into account just everything, BlackRock, the whole nine. But this might potentially happen. You know, this is what we called out way back over here in January. And sure enough, this is what it has happened. We don't know if this is going to happen or it's going to come down. So let us go ahead and take this one off. If you enjoy this bonus, let me know in the chat. So here we have another one, and this is just showing you where I got it from over here. Let's hide that one. That's up here. Okay. So what was this one? Okay, so this is a different one. So you can see that they're slightly different, and that's taking into account possible the market cap, change in market caps. But notice this, we do have one that comes lower all the way down to 61, and it corresponds to this trend line. So here's another thought process. So we go on the 61, we try to fight up, we come down to about 59. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of YouTubers out there that are calling for lower numbers. You know, where I originally thought, you know, before I started doing this stuff, was thinking, okay, well, we could do this one right here where we bounce beautifully off of the 71,780. This is where I was thinking the bottom might be before potentially going up. But we may come, you know, a little bit lower here and then do this. Let's see here. Is there another one? I believe that one was the last one. See what this one, yeah. So that is the last one. Okay. Now, one last thing that I want to do is I want to see, I'm going to do a fib pull really quick. So I'm going to hide everything. So 1 second, let me pause the video really quick. All right, so what I want to do is I want to draw the fib retracement tool, and just so we can compare. So we're going to use the fib retracement, make sure the magnet tool is on. We're going to go from the absolute low to this high. And we can see that we did pull back very to the 23% mark. We did tap the 382, but that was it. Now, what I want to do also is I want to pull it from here. So let's go from here. Let's go to the high. Let's go to the low. Here, we had more of a pullback. It broke through the 382 very easily. And right now, it's literally balancing between the 0.5 and the 382. For me, the danger zone is once it crosses the 618. This one is, for me, that's the danger zone, because then now we can roll over and then potentially, I don't want to see this, but we have to put this on the table around 45. I really don't think we'll see under 50. I don't think we'll see under 55. I really don't. But anything can happen. This is crypto. Now, one last thing I want to do is I want to show, let's just delete that. I want to show the fib extension. I'm going to go from the absolute low to the high to the low. And here we can see that we're currently in our golden pocket. So what I would, and these would serve as targets. So we have 122, we have 136, a lot of hopium over here. And, you can put more levels here. The levels that I like to do have to do with 0.5, 618, 786. So here, and it's 272, you just throw a 1 in front of it. So if we put a 1.618, a 1.786, you'll have other levels here and for your potential targets. All right, that's all I got. I do thank you guys. Once again, be on the lookout for this video series that I'm going to be putting out. It's called the Ultimate Beginner's Guide Series to Successful Trading. It has 9 parts to it and bonuses. I'm going to be talking about basically it's everything that I have in my VIP group, and of course in the VIP I have way more, but and those videos are very short. These videos will be, you know, an average around 10 minutes or so. Hopefully I can make them shorter, but it's going to cover everything you need to know to trade. Now, I provide all this stuff on my live streams. And again, if you're not watching these live streams, definitely check them out. Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4 with bonus streams. Make sure if you haven't already, smash the like. Smash the like, guys. Leave me some comments. Let me know if you like this type of stuff please leave me some comments. All right. So this is pretty much, well, let me just do a screenshot instead of reading it all. Well, I'm still going to read it to you. Sorry about that loud noise. This is pretty much my layout. So how to identify key levels using top-down analysis, strategic placement of trend lines, identifying uptrends and downtrends to also include the trend transitioning to a possible reversal. This is very important. Also using the fib retracement for possible pullback and targets, fib extension for targets and levels for coin price discovery, it's also known as all-time high or ATH, tools and indicators for possible levels, the price may move to, understanding the importance of market caps and using them to your advantage, understanding volume to increase successful trades, market structure basics, and the bonuses, marking optimal levels to trade ranges. Now, these are different between the bull market and the bear market. Also, when to enter a trade, time frame, breakout, retest, when to enter, what time frames, and all this other stuff, strategies, trading patterns, divergence, overbought, oversold. Once again, all this is covered in my VIP. If you want to learn this much faster in very short clips, 3, 4, 5 minutes long, on average about 4 minutes, join my group, ask me questions, trade_intuition. We will get you in today. We will get you up to speed. And, I'm not going to read all this to you, but there's information here. If you're just curious and you want to do, let's say, monthly payments, you get a great value doing this. You save a lot of money doing the annual membership. But let's say you want to do the monthly, you can also ask for that, trade_intuition. But just to let you know, guys, this is what I'll be working on. This is going to take me some time. Originally, I was going to make a trading series and put this on Patreon and put a price tag on it. Originally, I was going to do that because I give all this information out on my live streams. However, depending on how many comments I get and likes and everything else, there's a pretty good chance I will put this on YouTube for everybody. If not, it'll be, the majority of it or some of it, maybe clips of it, and then put it on Patreon. But I really want to get this out for free. Granted, you can get it right now and in much shorter videos. Join the group. This will take me some time to make, but again, depending on the likes and the comments and everything else, depends if this is available for free or just snippets of it and then for sale on Patreon. I do thank you guys very much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you on the next video. Until then, as always, let's make this money. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon.